You are now listening to Angry Afro Radio with DJ Tribal. Coming up next, my interview with Mila Maranda. But first, check out her latest track, What Happened to You.
Arriba, bailando con la amiga, izquierda, derecha, para arriba. Todas las manos arriba, bailando con la amiga, izquierda, derecha, para arriba. Todas las manos arriba, bailando con la amiga, izquierda, derecha, para arriba. Y todas las manos arriba, bailando con la amiga, izquierda, derecha, para arriba. Todas las manos arriba. What happened to you? Todas las manos arriba, bailando con la amiga, izquierda, derecha, para arriba.
We used to go out every night. You used to hold my hand very tight. What happened to you? What happened to you? Remember the time? Drop my one over you couch. You have a beautiful name. Have somebody told you that? Have somebody told you that? Have somebody told you the same? You have a beautiful name. Everybody.
Todas las manos arriba, bailando con la amiga, izquierda, derecha, para arriba. Y todas las manos arriba, bailando con la amiga, izquierda, derecha, para arriba.
What happened to you in the beautiful dress that you left on my bed? What happened to you in the beautiful dress that you left on my bed? That you left on my. That you left on my. That you left on my bed. That you left on my bed.
Your name, your beautiful name, your name. What happened to you, your name? Your beautiful name, your name. Your name, your beautiful name, your name. What happened to you, your name? Your beautiful name, your name.
I wish I could go back in time. I wish I could hold your hand one more time. I don't know, I don't know. What happened to you? What happened to you? What happened to you? What happened to you? What happened to you?
Welcome back to the Angry Afro Radio Show with DJ Tribal. You were just listening to the latest release from Mila Maranda titled What Happened to You from her new CD, Famosa. And how cool is it to have Mila Maranda with us here today? What's up, girl?
Hi, girl.
How are you?
I'm great. It's so nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. Thank you for coming back because, you know, I screwed up the first go around. So how's pandemic life treating you?
So far, so good. I've been creating new tracks and, you know, just I'm thinking on doing like a live concert kind of thing. So I've been kind of like brainstorming about that. So,
Yeah, like a hybrid live virtual type of thing.
yeah, I have a dance studio who wants to provide the backup dancers. You know, I'm gonna make them wear their masks and everything so everybody's protected. But I'm excited. I'm excited.
That is awesome because I know it's an adjustment. You know, after you've been on tour, you're trying to promote a new CD and Then
Yeah.
this pandemic happens and things are shut down. So how are you adjusting to that life?
Um, I'm very like whatever comes into my life, I'm very easy to adjust. Like I always find the positive side of it, and I just go with it. You know, maybe that's just how I do it. And I know a lot of people has like a lot of hard times with adjusting, but I'm very easygoing. Like I just moved into a different state, so like even that like
Right,
could
you
have
just moved out of
knocked me off.
California, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
And where are you in
Minnesota right now.
Minnesota? What a
Yeah, you can
what a
tell. You
culture
can tell.
shock.
I know. My one of my friends was telling me, well, you are actually in the United States now. Like you're not gonna see any color around you.
It's the Midwest.
I
For
know.
real.
And I was like, yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I miss, the variety and I miss
Have you
West.
have you had any run-ins with MAGA folks out there? Because you,
Uh,
you moved your family, your wife. Do you have kids?
no, we have two dogs. Those
Two
are
dogs.
you know,
Hey, that's a
our
little
lesbian
family right
kids.
there.
No, I don't have my family. Everybody's in Peru, so um,
Okay.
they're hanging in there over there too. Looking for things to do, things to create some kind of income for them, and I'm proud
Right.
of them.
But everybody's safe. Your family's safe. Everybody in your community is working through the pandemic, trying to,
Yeah.
I hope
So
they're wearing their mask and practicing social distancing.
they are. My mom is pretty good about that. And what's it called? But yeah, over here I haven't deal with any MAGA
Oh,
people
that's
so
good.
far. I feel like everybody is a little bit more or probably quiet about it or just respectful in a good way. Like
That's
they
fantastic.
don't make any comments, weird comments. So
All
and
right.
the old folks.
Yeah.
Like
I was listening to this. I love the sound of this new track, uh, and the video because you've got a video to go with what happened to you. What
yes.
inspired the lyrics for this song? And did a girl really leave a dress on your bed? I need to know that.
So I created the track when I was coming back from work. Um, I sat down in my car and I was just playing with my computer, and and I liked the beat that I made for it. And then I was like, but what should I
You
talk?
made that beat. That was
Yeah,
you?
that was me. Yeah, I made the track. So and then I was like, so what should I talk about? And I remember the first girl that I fell in love with when I moved to the US. It was like a weird relationship because she didn't know if she wanted to come out, and I was like ready to come out, but I didn't know if she liked me for sure. It was like that
Right.
confusing thing. And she would come to my house and eat like ice cream, and I remember I was so like into it because I had like all kinds of ice cream, like a whole collection in my fridge. I
Right.
was like, whatever you want. And she was into wine. So I had like a whole collection of wine too, for every time she would come see me. But no, she didn't leave a dress in my bed. It was just an illusion,
Right.
to um somebody else did.
Right.
That one.
Where'd you guys shoot that video? It's a cool video. Where'd you shoot it?
The first part we got it a Griffith Park, this old zoo. There's like an abandoned zoo.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So my friend Marisa, she's a photographer, and I was like, Marisa, I need somebody, that I trust that is safe because we shot that in the middle of the pandemic when it just started,
Right.
and I was like, I need somebody that I know is safe, that to work this thing with me. And she was like, dude, I can do it, but I'm not good at editing. And I was like, I just need you to shoot the video. Just do that, please. So she shot the video, the first section, and then when we moved here, I needed something else, something more to add up, and I wanted to express that other side. That's why on the second part I end up with makeup, because
Mhm.
the first part is like the boyish um, side of me, and the other part
Right.
is the feminine side, and so we went to Minneapolis, to downtown, and we were just driving around, like my wife and I, driving around and trying to see like where can we do this, right? Like where it's something that it could match the first part of the video.
Mhm.
And we found this very tall building with a LED wall that it was just showing us red and purple on the other side. So I was like, that's it. That looks
That
like
was it.
that looks like a studio. Like let's
Yeah.
just, we're gonna frame it very nicely, and that's what we're gonna shot. So she did an excellent job too, and then I was the one doing the whole editing, and I'm getting there.
That's incredible. Singer, songwriter, editor. You doing it all. I love
Director.
it. You have to these days. I'm like that too.
Yeah.
I have to edit my own stuff, shoot it, edit, do all that. Now, we talked before, so I know that you started out as a dancer. Singing, songwriting wasn't something that
No.
you just like that was your first passion.
Yeah.
Came
it
to you.
was-
Tell us a little bit about how you became how you found out that you were going to be a singer.
oh my gosh, it's a mistake. I was first a ballet trained dancer. I've done concerts on that too, and then one day
Ballet trained in Peru because you grew up in Peru.
yeah, in Peru.
Mhm.
And in this school in Peru, they were having an audition, and I thought the audition was for dancers. And I was like, yeah, a new job. So I showed up to the audition, and the first thing they asked me is like, what song are you gonna sing? And I was like, what do you mean, what song am I gonna sing? Yeah, this is a singing audition. And I was like, nobody told me that.
Right.
And they made me sing a Rihanna song. And I was like, all right, I hope I did good. They ended up calling me back, and they offered me free training. So they trained
Free
me
vocalist training.
free vocal training with the exchange of me teaching the people how to perform, because that's what I'm very good at, So
Right.
I was teaching the other singers how to dance, how to like switch mics, how to like
Wow.
act pretty much on each song, right?
Yeah.
So I got the free vocal training, and then I ended up doing like fashion shows and things, kind of like Victoria's Secrets.
Right. Right.
The singers are invited and they have
Singing
dancers.
your national anthem, so at the sporting events or something.
Yep, everything. And yeah, it was incredible because I never thought I could do that, right? And then I always had a hard time doing covers, so I always wanted to like create my own music, sing on my own voice and don't feel forced.
Being an original.
Be an original artist,
Right.
and that's, I think, something that it pushed me to keep wondering and investigating and trying to learn as much as I could. So I learned how to play the piano by myself, and then I started to like get in contact with more musicians and trying to learn how they do it.
Right.
And then
that's how you learn how to write songs.
And then that's how I learned how to write songs. I moved to Argentina, and I went to a music school there. And my teacher was all about like the improvisation and the fast creation. So like he will sit everybody in a circle and make us create a song right there at the moment. Somebody would start like clapping or playing an instrument, and we will have to come up. It will be like each person would have to say a phrase, and the song had to make sense. It was so crazy.
Wow, that's fantastic, though.
And I didn't realize how that influenced on me until like a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started like making my own beats, making my own sounds, and my own lyrics. And I was like, how is like I get so connected to the beats, and if I feel like the music, the sounds that I create talk to me. Sometimes I'm like they tell me what to do. Like for example, for What Happened to You, I could hear the beat and I could hear myself saying, "What happened to you? What happened to you?"
That's crazy. Boom, boom, boom. Let's make a beat right now. Boom,
let's do it.
boom.
Oh my God.
And sometimes it's like I'm not a like I don't consider like I learned how to play the piano really young and stuff, but I hear music because I DJ. You know, I hear like your song now when I wake up is flowing through my head because like I'm trying to put my house mix together and I'm working it out, right? So sometimes music comes to me in my head while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
So it's a yeah. So I'm wondering like, do you ever have music like that beat came to you while you were driving, right? You said while you were
That
driving,
came
or
to
it
when,
just came to you.
yeah, I was I love European and party music, right? So that's one of my like
Yeah, it's
influence.
definitely a club song.
Yeah, and I feel like um yeah, you're right. Sometimes like music just comes to you. Like when
Hmm.
I created my first single, Don't Worry My Friend, it's just such a cheesy song. I created it when I was at the airport about to go to San Francisco. I was showing it to a friend how to use GarageBand, and I was just making something from scratch, and that's how the song came out. You know, like, and then of course when I got to the hotel, I started working a little bit more on it,
Layer by
and
layer, right?
yeah, writing the lyrics and everything, and it just came out like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, a
I,
lot of
I love to hear the creative process for folks because everybody's got their own thing, you know, like
yeah,
some people just go in the studio and crank out like Tupac, just go in the studio and crank out 2 or 3 CDs at once. And some people takes them months.
yeah.
Are you able to crank out, like if you had a goal to crank out, let me crank out a CD this week, can you do that in a week?
Probably yeah,
You've
yeah.
got that much music in you, huh?
In my head, yeah.
I love that.
Um, I'm
Somebody sign this woman to a record deal.
yeah, please. um, like if that's for sure. If I just go in the studio and I start creating music, I can just write you like 3 songs, and in I don't
Right.
know, hours in each an hour or something like that. Sometimes there are songs that they just come to me in like 5 minutes. Like I don't know if you heard this song Perfecta, and it's so funny
Yes.
that you
Yes.
said if music comes to you when you're sleeping, because that song, I wrote that song for my wife, and it talks about how perfect a person can be for you, you know,
Hmm.
and I was sleeping and I woke up and I was like, cada vez que me levanto en la mañana y te veo, and I just had it in my head. And she was sleeping, and I just went to we were living in LA. I went to the living room. I had my piano there, and I was like, okay, this sounds like this and like this. And then I just turned on my computer and I started recording the vocals and making the track. She woke up and I was like, I have this track. Can you play the guitar for it? And she grabbed her
She's
guitar.
also a musician as well.
Yeah, she's a
Hey,
professional chef and a musician. So
personal chef and a musician. You guys,
yeah,
man, I need to come to your house.
yes, you should.
I can make a song. I can get fed everything over there.
That's right. That's anytime, anytime. And so that's and it does come to me when I'm sleeping sometimes, and
Right.
it, there's another song that I'm writing, that I'm doing a collaboration with a friend who sings gospel, um, and it's just the same thing. I came up with the chords, I came up with the first part, and then I showed it to her, and she was like, "Dude, I can sing my way all the way up on this track," So
I can't wait to hear that.
yeah, that's gonna be probably a new EP for next year. So
Yeah. How are you
and,
engaging with your fans during the pandemic? Are you like reaching out to them? I see a lot of celebrities now like doing little mini videos, talking directly to their fans. Are you doing anything like that?
I'm connecting with a lot of different artists on different parts, not just the music, but people who does podcast,
Mm-hmm.
about different topics like dreams and about performance, about custom design, things like that.
Right.
Uh, Everything through like live videos on Instagram or Facebook. So I'm trying to still be out there, and I'm always posting about my life on Instagram. So, I woke up I'm
That's
doing
what it's
this,
all about.
and yeah, I'm very social, and I love talking to people. So
You got
now
to
that
beat back those groupies on Instagram.
right, I also I've been trying to show. I'm studying interior design, so I'm trying to show like little by little what I've been doing or what I've been learning and all this. You know,
Nice.
I like keeping myself very occupied. So yeah.
Right. That's a beautiful thing. What mental space are you in right now?
Um,
Are
I'm
you
I'm
optimistic? Are you feeling like, you have got a bright future ahead? There's a lot of people out there preaching dismal stuff all day. So I'm just wondering if that affects you in any kind of way. How do you stay?
I I don't really like to think about the future too much, like too ahead of me.
Mhm.
I like to make a plan for the things that I want to do, and I like to just keep focusing on that. Because I feel like if I just like try to absorb too much of what's going on out there, or like think too much ahead of me, instead of like keeping me positive, it will bring me down. So I always been like that. It's not nothing new. I always stay like super
Yeah,
positive.
that's a good way to live your life because you have to stay in the here and now, right? It's like I'm just coming to grips with, letting go of things you have no control over
Yeah.
and just staying focused and there's some stuff out there that's happening. There's no matter what you do, you're not going to change
And
it.
exactly. And I'm proud of the people who is fighting, and I feel like one of the things that you should do when you're feeling down, or uh, you can't control what's going on, just reach out to somebody. You know,
Absolutely.
reach out to someone, talk to them. There's gonna be someone that's gonna say the right thing
Absolutely.
for you, and
Absolutely.
and I feel like that's what you gotta focus. Like, what's the thing that is going to make me happy. One thing my doctor told me, because I worked for Disney and Universal, and I had many injuries
Gayest
about
place on earth.
uh,
The gayest place on earth.
the gayest person on earth.
Disney.
Yeah, it is. One of my doctors from physical therapy told me, um, he was like, Mila, you gotta, every day before you go to bed, you gotta think about what was the brightest thing that happened to you in that day. Even if you think it's a stupid, it doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, I won the lottery, right? But it could be like, the coffee that I drank, it was so delicious, it was perfect, the perfect temperature, the perfect sweet, something like that. You just gotta think about it. And it made me realize he was right, like that I was avoiding and just focusing on all the things that I didn't do that day, and it was bringing me down, right? And after that day, I was like, I gotta focus on the good
On
things.
your accomplishments.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
what are the things that I achieved today, and that's gonna fulfill me and make me happy. Another thing that my wife and I would do, it's what was the what is this word? Um, what was the highlight of your day? You know, we
Yeah,
ask each other
there you
that
go.
at
On a
night.
positive note, right?
Yeah, like what happened today that it made you happy, that it made you smile, that I don't know, that was funny. Like one day it was like, dude, I love the what's it called? That we were playing ball with the dogs. Like it's something like that. It made me so happy that it made me laugh my ass off. That was the highlight of my day. You know what I mean? And that's how it keeps us going, especially during this time, because we think we lost so much on the outside world, right?
Right.
But we're still happy. We still have to be grateful about our lives right now.
Right. Absolutely. Because I always tell my wife, because she's like that too, she kind of beats up on herself. I'm like, when you step outside of that front door, the world is going to beat you up.
Yeah,
So there's no point in you adding to that beat down.
yeah,
That's the way I look at it. I'm in the fight business during the
yeah,
day. That's my day job. I'm teaching women how to, defend themselves and working people out. So it's like, yeah, think positive, be, practice gratitude and meditate and
Yeah.
do all those things where you can center and focus on positivity, because everything you turn on, if it's the news, if it's the radio, it's all, a lot
Oh
of
my
it's
God.
just negative. And
Yeah, it's true.
I'm on overload. I'm good. So I've created like a bubble, I listen to my meditation music.
Hmm.
Even then when the pandemic started, it did bring me down because my business came to a screeching halt. I'm like, oh shit, what saved me? Music. I put
Hmm.
these headphones on. I started, opened up my DJ program. I hadn't really, I put mixes together here and there. I've done this since I was a kid, making music, just
Yeah.
my own mixes. And that's what like pulled me out. And I was like, oh yeah, let's go.
Right, right. For me it was like the learning things. I like learning a lot, so I was like, what do I do now? Like, um I'm not performing, so I'm not learning a new choreography every week or kind of thing, right? So what do I do? And I don't feel safe because going to a dance studio or something like that, right? So I
Right.
started learning about design products, design, buildings and things like that. And
That's more
I was like,
creative stuff. So there you
yeah,
go.
yeah. So and then, it was, I'm sure it was hard for you too, like to find that balance with your partner. For us, it was like, oh my gosh, like we are together
Like
24
you're
7.
home all day. What the hell? That was my wife. What the hell? Your ass is home all day.
Yeah. I was like, go to your corner. I'm going to my corner. And then we made a plan, because we're people who are used to have a schedule, and I'm an early bird, so I was like waking up super early, and it was very unbalanced. So we came up with a plan. We made a schedule. We were gonna meet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then that was it. Whatever we wanted to do on our own, we were free to do it. We didn't have to be on top of each other, and it helped. It helped to
Right.
balance the whole relationship, because I was feeling super overwhelmed. She was feeling super overwhelmed, and it was
Right.
just crazy. But
Right.
when we made that plan and that commitment, it like
Right.
it brought us on an
Right.
even.
And
On
then
an
you
even
guys, right, you get closer as a result of that, I think.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Now, tell everyone where we can find you on social media and where they can download your music.
Absolutely. Everybody can find me on Instagram as Mila Maranda Official. And if you want to listen to my music, you can look for Mila Maranda on Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, Amazon Music, Cloud Music, everywhere, pretty much everywhere. Our Heart Radio, everywhere.
That's amazing. It's been a wonderful uh, time. I've had a wonderful time talking to you,
Me
chopping
too.
it up. I want to
Yes,
thank you for coming on. Thank you for redoing this for me.
that works.
We're going to smoke a stogie when you come back to LA. I
That's
can't
for
wait.
sure. We should all
I
get
can't wait.
together, have a
All
little
right.
party.
Thank you, Mila. I appreciate you.
Thank
I
you.
look forward to having you on the Women's Freedom Festival too. We're going to talk more
Yeah,
about that later, though.
yeah. You
Okay.
send me a text about it. Anything.
Excellent. All right, baby. Thank you. Peace out.
Love you. See ya. Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye bye. That was a very talented Mila Miranda, everyone. Thank you for listening. This is DJ Tribal for Angry Afro Radio, where I rant, rave, and review on all things I find interesting. Want to advertise on this show? Drop me a DM on my FB page or leave a comment below. Thank you. Have a good day, my beautiful people.